premiere. In a world where gaming is everything, welcome to the Extreme Gaming Podcast.
Extreme Gaming Podcast, episode 291. This is Greg Gamer 25, and I just wanted you guys to introduce yourselves, so go.
Trev, as always, howdy, hope you're all well, and I'm on time.
And Matt, you changed your name or something?
I have, yes. There can only be one.
Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Is Matt the Irish Superman? Have you seen the top right of his forehead, Gray?
The top right of his forehead. What?
Look, he's curl, man.
Wait a minute.
Oh, the curl going.
He's Irish Superman. Wow, I've always wanted an Irish Superman. That'd be cool.
Absolutely drunk as a fart and flying into buildings.
Can you imagine that? If he was Irish or Scottish, he'd just be like drinking. He'd be like a Homelander. He'd be just driving into things, man.
They actually had a meme with the evil Superman in Superman 3, is it?
Yeah.
Where he's off getting drunk. And there's your Irish Superman right there.
That's Matt.
Yeah, that's me. Next time I'm coming in my super suit.
Some of the stories we're going to
cover. The better one, not this one that's
today. Okay, stop. Yeah. Some of the stories on today's episode, we're going to cover Ubisoft's response to Stop Killing Games petition, China's first and high-end gaming GPU. We're going to talk Battlefield 6 reveal trailer, which is out. Super Mario Brothers Remastered is coming to PC. Yeah, you heard that right. Intel to cut 15,000 more jobs. The best ray traced games to play in 2025. To get the paperwork out of the way, join our Discord, discord.gg/extreme gaming podcast, or just hit the Google and you'll find us. Also, look on YouTube. You'll see our quick breaks and our shorts that are also there aside from our broadcast right now. YouTube and Spotify are the only two you can catch the video version of this, and the video version is a little bit different, not 100% different, but a little here and there. So you might want to tune in and check that out. Otherwise, we're just going to kind of roll right into it, and Trev wants to talk about something very important.
What is it, Matt? Matt?
I saw that. I can smell it. Yeah, there it is.
A Guinness.
Da-da-da-da.
It's not Guinness, mate.
That's what Superman brought with him.
It's not Guinness, it's coffee.
Coffee with foam on it? What'd you do, whip it up?
It's a crappy one.
It's, I did actually. No, I generally did actually. Well, listing is the ingredients are that.
That's what he said.
Meant to say, Gray's underselling his quick breaks. Maybe I don't like the title, but it does what it says in the tin. His quick breaks are bite-sized mini episodes of the main topics we talk about, because we realise a 2-hour pod isn't for everyone. So if you check them out, Gray picks the most interesting subjects and does 1 or 2 quick breaks every week, and it's more interesting. So yeah, that's all.
Don't be a pussy. Go through the whole thing.
Well,
I did go through the whole thing at one point.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, do what Matt said. Yeah.
Or else. The super
quicker ones tend to work better though.
I have this down as a feature, which doesn't happen every week, I guess, but I find this interesting. And who makes better tray to hold drinks? It was Matt, wasn't it? It was Matt. You can't look me in the eye. Matthew, I agree with you, mate. But the thing is, I'm in the middle because I work with Max at work, although gaming and PC is number one. But I want to talk about the Apple.
I image them at work.
I image them, I build them, all these things, mostly Max actually. But anyway, so I talked about this last week about Cyberpunk 2077, and it was brought out recently for the Mac. And I was just sitting there one night, and I was like, I'm curious actually. I'm going to try it on a Mac because as one of the few developers, CD Projekt Red, I actually got a lot of time for them because they've got the GOG store, which is like DRM free, which is great. And they fixed their last game, Cyberpunk, when it was broken. I went to the ends of the earth to try and get it repaired, which I appreciate. And also, when they brought out Cyberpunk for the Mac, They didn't charge extra for it if you already had it on PC. Now, you still need to pay for it on PlayStation, Xbox. It's a whole separate thing. That's fine.
Okay.
But if you already have it on GOG or PC, Steam, whatever, then you get it for free. So I thought I'm going to download that from GOG and try it on the Mac. I'll be honest with you guys, I was pleasantly surprised. Nice. I really was pleasantly surprised. I've got for work I use a M3 Pro. So for those that don't know, Apple Silicon is like some of the finest silicon, and they do a really good job. Yeah, it really is good stuff. They customize it so well. They don't make their own chips. That's they get TSMC to do that for them, but they do design them. Now they're no longer with Intel, and I think we've hit M5 or about to hit M5.
M5.
So yeah,
cool,
an
that's
M5
a computer from Star Trek.
It's also fast. It's also a R as well. So normally you have the M series. So you have like an M1, M Pro, M1 Max, things like that. The one without the Pro, the Max, is designed for just normal everyday stuff. It's still got decent power in it, but you go for a Pro or a Max if you want some oomph. And it's an SoC, so everything's on the chip. Like in a PlayStation and Xbox, everything's on the chip. The GPU component, the CPU component, the memory, usually, not always, usually, is all on the one chip. And it's the case here. I've got an M3 Pro. So not an M4 Pro, but an M3 Pro. And I was pleasantly surprised. I was comfortably getting 1080p 60 on high settings on, this is Cyberpunk I'm talking about, not like a schmuck game. I'm talking
Minecraft.
About good quality. Yeah, well, actually, Matt, you'll be surprised. Minecraft actually takes a decent amount. I think it's more, it's not the graphics quality, it's everything. It's heavy on the CPU, Minecraft.
It's
not so much the GPU.
Procedural lands that you get and what you do with
there's a lot of stuff going on there.
Yeah.
But in terms of like CPU and especially GPU, it absolutely murders. Cyberpunk murders many machines, and in fact, I say 1080 60 comfortably. I was able to get it to 1080, close to 120 FPS on high. This is on a Mac that's like, how thick is this? Half an inch? An inch? It's absolutely phenomenal. It's got tiny fans in it. You could actually even game if you have the non-Pro or Max editions of the Mac, they don't have fans in them, Gray. I'm aiming this more at Gray because he'll know less about it than, say, you will, Matt. The M series has still got decent power in it. You can still game, but because there's no fan in it, it will thermal throttle. It's got a few less GPU cores, etc. So you don't really want to game in that unless it's a lighter game. But I actually sat there for 2 hours on my laptop.
What kind of VRAM does it have?
So the Macs work with unified. The Mac, no, it's not as simple as that. Macs work with unified RAM. So that's RAM that can be used for anything. That can be used for applications on screen at any one time, like RAM normally is, DDR5. It can be used for GPU RAM, VRAM. It's got a dual purpose. Or you can, I don't think you can do it so much in a Mac, but you can, if you run out of storage on your computer, like actual storage, you can actually dump some stuff into RAM as well. So it's like, that's why it's called unified RAM, Gray. So you have both of those elements on there. My machine has got 18. You can get lower, you can get higher. The lowest you get is 16 now. High, how much you want to spend. It's very expensive when you start upgrading. If you upgrade the RAM or the storage, it gets very expensive because you can't upgrade them later. It's all soldered on to the motherboard underneath, so you get it right first time. But I generally sat with this Mac on my laptop on my lap.
Makes sense.
Gaming for 2 hours, having a bit of fun, just using the trackpad, actually, just sticking about, playing all these settings. And I was actually surprised how good it was. This Mac has a 120 hertz display in it. It's HDR. It can go as high as 4K, although you don't want to game at 4. I left it at 1080 on purpose, 1080p, because it's a 14-inch screen. There's no point going higher. And I generally had a laugh. I was actually having a good time with it. And then I realised, stop, Trev, you're gaming on a Mac when you don't need to. Have a word with yourself. And then I'd done the Shatner slap where he slaps himself across the face many times. But I see if you're in a pinch, you're not a big gamer. Like, Apple could absolutely dominate the gaming industry if they made a serious effort. I mean, they're one of the richest companies in the world. They are making a bigger effort. They've got the Metal API out, which is a bit like DLSS, if you want. It's good for upscaling machine learning and converting. They brought out a little development kit that will convert with very little effort PC games into Mac. A few clicks and it's done. And I'm not talking about optimizing it, boys. I'm talking about put it into the software, a few clicks, bosh, port, there you go. And most of the time it's very, very good. So if you're in a pinch, you're traveling for work or something, you've got your Mac there, just take another mouse. You could actually have a bit of fun with it. So yeah.
You switch?
I probably will do that, to be honest with you. That's my first port of call. I would rather game with the Switch than anything else. But I like to have options. That's a good option. Some games you'd be able to play in the Mac that you couldn't get in a Switch. And there's more power in this Mac, arguably, than there is in the Switch 2. There is that as well. So, but yeah, like anytime you boys have a feature or something like that you want to talk about, I would add it on. I just found it a bit interesting and a bit different, So, the other thing I had, I don't know why I added it here, but I'm go over it anyway. Ubisoft, the Grace's favorite company. Yeah, he is solely keeping Ubisoft afloat. Him and Tencent, with his subscription. They respond to the Stop Killing Games petition that's been out at the moment. So we know about this Stop Killing Games petition, which is smashing its goals, and we'll start going through the various parliaments in UK and EU in the near future. But keep adding your name to it if it's still open just now, because the higher it gets, the better. I think we will find something positive that comes out of this at the end, guys. I really do. However, Ubisoft at one of the, I think it's maybe like a AGM or something like that, were asked about this, right? Literally asked about this. Now, the reason they asked Ubisoft about it particularly is because The Crew, which is one of the racing games, they've got Crew and Crew 2. Crew 1 was shut down. And as we know, it sparked a backlash from players, included legal action, and actually led to Ubisoft announcing plans to launch offline modes for the Crew 2 and the Crew Motorfest. I think this is all we're wanting, guys, later on. We realise there's live service games that might come to an end at some point. If that's the case, at the start or later on, you build in an offline mode, and we totally understand. Do not shaft people. But their CEO, Vase Guillemot, I want to say, it's probably French, so I probably destroyed that, was confronted by an aggressive questioner, in brackets, who confronted the exec about Stop Killing Games movement and pushed on for its plans for game preservation going forward. Guillemot responded to this aggressive person by saying, regarding the petition, we operate in a market, and whenever we release a game, we provide a lot of support for that game. We also provide a lot of services to make sure the game is accessible and remains playable 24/7. So we provide information regarding the game and how long the game can be played. And players and buyers should be forewarned that eventually the game may be discontinued. And he goes on to talk about more and more about this. He says it's an issue that we've been dealing with, but this says this kind of issue is not specific to Ubisoft, and everyone's facing the issue at the moment. Basically, I don't want to read every single thing, guys, because it's on for quite a bit, but he says nothing's written in stone, and at some point it's going to be discontinued. Nothing is eternal, and we'll do our best to make sure.
Of course.
That was. I need Greg. You need to put in a tumbleweed sound effect after, man. I think. So while they made one game accessible later on, offline mode, they haven't necessarily committed to doing that later on for other games. So I think I know what your boys' opinion on this is, but I mean, regarding the whole petition thing and also Ubisoft's response to it, are we surprised? Do we agree? Do we disagree?
The short answer to Ubisoft is just do it.
No, just do it.
A longer answer. Again, I'm not a developer, so maybe I'm not talking right. But if you're going to plan on ending the game supposedly, or ending the live service part of it, or ending the support for it, then why don't you just put out a final patch at the end that basically converts the game into something that you can still play locally on your own computer and not have to worry about live service. I wouldn't think a patch like that would be that difficult or that expensive to do, but that would be like the last patch. So you would know, and you tell them all in advance, hey, look, the live service is going to end in 6 months or whatever, and download this patch and put it in, and boom, your game is no longer dependent on the live service.
Great. Why don't you do the patch at day one when you're designing a game and then just make it inaccessible until you take it offline?
Well, I agree, but I'm just saying, I think the reason why they don't do that, and they will never do that, is because they want you to be part of the live service. So it defeats the purpose to sit there and have the patch available at the beginning.
No. You misunderstand me. Sorry to interrupt, mate. I mean, develop the patch at the start when you're making the game. In fact, don't make it a patch. Make it part of the game, then make it inaccessible until you take that game offline.
Yeah,
See what I mean?
Right. Either way, I couldn't see it being that difficult. If they're spending 100, 200, 300, 500 million dollars on a game, give me a break. You mean you can't put $1 million towards a patch? I mean, it doesn't seem like a.
It's a patch.
I'm just saying. I'm just being facetious, but the point I'm making is that, come on, you can do a patch. It'll make it run on your computer locally, and that's it. Yeah. And so you build that in, and 2 years later, like if it's Assassin's Creed or whatever game it is, you just go, okay, here's the patch is now active, boom, and everyone who wants to play for the next 10 years can. Or whatever. I think they're so into the fact that they think that players are going to go like, well, they might play our game for years to come and never play our new ones. And they go like, well, if you make a damn good game, they'll play it. I mean, make a good game and they will come. Just like the movie. So I mean, anyway, that's my opinion. But go ahead, Matt. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. I mean, the infrastructure, all the work is there already. An extra 10 minutes just to have a offline save copy of it. I don't see how that's going to be tough, how it's going to make things go. I mean, I just think it's a money spinner for them. Basically, we all know that live gaming is just, one of those things that are going to end. I did have a game that was in development and then just out of the blue just stopped and got, it was cancelled. Nobody was doing anything with it. Nobody was updating it. And then I think they got told off by Steam and they ended up starting to patch it again. But with Ubisoft, it's just a money spinning thing to keep us going with their tide, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They want us to go
the other thing they could do too,
is pay money.
If they didn't want to invest money to make that kind of a patch, then open it up so that the modders can take over, but open it up with a kit. Like a modder's kit like they do, or a developer kit like they've done, and say, okay, here's the developer kit. You guys do whatever the hell you want. And then they just go ahead, go to town and make it not live service and create nude stuff, and everything. But
nude stuff or nude stuff?
Yeah, he likes his nude.
That's a good answer. That's a very good answer. Okay.
They have some modders out there that make the complete game nude. Everything is the same. That nobody's wearing any clothes.
Cheeseburger simulator.
Yeah. Singing naked car.
Listen, I think these things will end up. There's too many people pissed off at this. They generally are taking the piss, boys. And I signed the UK version. If it's ever. This isn't a slight on the US because it's such a free country. The downside is it's so much harder to challenge things and bring out petitions like we have in the EU and the UK and for them to go through. That's why I asked Gray, do you know of anything like that over there? And he said no. And as far as I'm aware, there isn't anything out there. So that kind of sucks a little bit for the guys in the US. but at least in the EU and in the UK, so 400 plus million people, we've got something that'll be going through our respective parliaments. So watch this space. But yeah, that's everything.
I'll just sign it anyway. And if they ask me who I am, I'll just say I'm Sir Grey Gamer.
Well, unless you put a VPN on, they'll be able to tell. This is why everyone had to be checked out. Everyone had to be checked. That's why if it's 1 million to pass, and there is 1.1 million, but say 200,000 people have signed from the US or whatever because they're pissed off, they just go in and remove them because they're not accurate. So everyone was like, keep going past the limit just to make sure. Anyway, yeah, that's me from my end, Mr. Grey.
Cool. Matt's got a few things he wants to talk about, and might as well take it away there, Matt.
I don't want to. No,
have you read the name of his gaming section? His brilliant. It's some sort of game. I love it.
And then when he comes to the tech stuff, he goes some sort of tech stuff and some sort of this and some
sort of something.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It is, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, this time it was not, well, I wouldn't say it's gaming news. That's coming up. But yeah, so this is just like peripherals and hardware-y stuff that I'm going to talk about today. And so, yeah, the world is busy with gear and blends and elite performances, smart innovations like my show. So anyways, I was reading an article on, can't remember, okay, PC Reviewer, that was it.
Remember them? Wow.
Yeah. So they wrote an article 3 hours today on a budget-friendly 4K 160 hertz monitor, 27-inch.
A budget-friendly 4K?
Yeah. This is the Philips Evnia 27 M2N 3800A.
Say that again, Matt. I missed that.
The Philips Evnia.
Evnia.
Come on. You may as well just call it Philips.
Yeah, and they have to come up with all these snappy names.
So I went off to try and find this monitor because I was like, oh, hey, this is what I want, because I wanted to do, because my monitors are at, one of them is at 90, the other one's at 60, so they have to go at 60 or 90. That one goes a little higher.
You've got a 90 monitor. Yeah. 120 minimum.
You need to trash some monitors.
I've been looking. I've been trying. The missus was like, you ain't paying for nothing until you get me a ring.
You're still an FPS peasant, mate. I mean, I'm 144. Slow.
Absolutely, I know. Yeah,
I'm
so this one
240, and 166.
Oh my god! Yeah, but you got a small wing case or whatever.
Yeah, and a cheese wheel.
32-inch too. I forgot.
Yeah, cheese wheels. Pull the cheese wheels down it.
Right here.
Yeah.
Look, this cheese wheel has a little stitch on it. I mean, look at that. Whoa.
You can't eat that. It's limited edition. You have to save it now. Put it in the freezer for a century.
Right.
Yeah. So this recently was released, I think, in June this year, 17th. And by the end of this month, can't find it anywhere. There is one, however, that I've been able to find, which is on Amazon for 350 odd quid. The person who was doing the article was saying, oh yeah, here's the perfect one, blah, blah, buy it anywhere. It's brilliant. And either Philips have run out of those models and they need to start building new ones, or they've quietly taken them out of sales.
So they didn't make as many as they should have, apparently.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, largely, I found out that they've sold out from pretty much all outlets except for Amazon, who have one of that specific model left, which I might buy.
By the time you hear this, that's gone.
That's gone, exactly. Yeah. I'm just going to put that on the watch thing there. So you should be able to, for this, anybody who has got one of these or is lucky enough to find one, or if Philips actually start making more, you can toggle between 4K at 160 hertz for immersive single-player experience and the 1080 at 320 hertz for ultra-fast competitive play. Not pay.
That's kind of
unless
cool.
you're Ubisoft. Yeah. So
unless you use
some people saying that it's been discontinued. So despite that, I did find
already.
£365. That's what I found one for. So the IP, it's a fast IPS panel with a 0.5 millisecond response time. There's an increase of 95% DCI of the P3 color coverage, and supports display HDR 400 on there. It's got smart crosshair. I don't know what that is.
I've heard that. If it's what I think it is, it's really not needed.
Nah, yeah. It's got stock shadow boost and a built-in stereo speakers.
Wait a minute, stock shadow boost?
Stark, yeah.
Stark shadow boost. So they just boost all the shadows?
They boost the shadows, make it darker or something. Yeah.
I really want it for that.
Yeah, exactly. So at the time of these were releasing, they were at a price of £279 so far there. But they are, or were, budget friendly. They look pretty good. Have I got a picture of them?
Were budget friendly. Especially if they've gone up to what, 365?
Exactly.
It's caught NVIDIA's disease.
I know. Let me just give you a little boost of what you could have had.
Look at that. The only other bummer is it's only 27 inches. That's kind of on the small side.
But she said.
Hey!
Yeah.
So there's your things there. HDMI, 2 DPIs there as well.
Yeah.
Normal shenanigans.
Maybe they're pulling it to make a bigger one.
Though.
Yeah.
No USB hub. That sucks.
No USB. No Type C.
You need that because I have loads of stuff plugged in.
Me too. Yeah.
How did you need it? I don't have anything plugged into my monitors anymore.
I've got loads of stuff, man, and you've only so many ports in the back of your. Well, we don't all have a fucking godlike motherboard with 10 million ports.
No, well, yeah, but wait a minute. Before I had the godlike, all I did is I went out and bought a powered USB hub, 9 ports. I'm good.
Yeah, but that's extra money, and you need power for it, man.
Extra money? Those things aren't expensive. They're not expensive at all, and it's right there in front of me. It has on-off switches on every one of the ports. So I could turn it off without having to pull the cord out. I mean, nice. So yeah, I wouldn't bother with all the ports in a monitor when I got that.
But
and really, I think it was only like $40 or something. I don't remember exactly,
Wow.
and you can get one smaller, like only 5-port for less, and you don't have to get the on-off switches. The on-off switches are kind of nice, only because if you literally want to turn something off without pulling the cord, just hit the button.
Yeah.
And it's off. That's what she said. Pretty cool. So everybody out there, think about that. And forget those stupid USB ports in the monitor. Tell them to take it out and lower the cost like $1.
Yeah, you said it, not me.
That's it. Oh, there we go. So yeah, that is that for the monitor. Hopefully they start selling them again or building them with some USB ports. Maybe that's why they stopped it.
And remember, Evnia.
Yeah. Evnia buddy's got to have a piece.
I see you're going to talk about a Logitech mouse. Is it a trackball?
No, it's not. It's a normal shenanigans, plain old boring mouse called the Superlight or the Pro. What's it? LeChuck G Pro X Superlight 2, which has an FPS royalty thing there.
So it's either very light in weight or has lots of lights on it.
It's leaner. It's meaner. It's got a G in there. And it weighs only 59 Gs. Grams.
Wow, okay.
Not Gs.
And you can cover the whole mouse with one hand.
You can put enough, and your fingers can get around it. It's mad. Yeah. And things to press. You can press things on it. Amazing. Yeah. So there you go. So apparently it's got the Hero 2 sensor. It supports 8,000 hertz, polling for lightning fast response. Hybrid light force switches with optical dubris, mechanical driven switches. It's got Type C charging, so it's wireless. And the battery is claimed, quotations here, 95 hour of the battery life.
Wow.
There's no RGBs, no frills, just performance. So there you go. Yeah, it's supposedly the thing to keep people going. And it looks. I think it's okay. It looks okay. Let's see if I can show this.
Okay.
And there we go. It's
look at that.
Very plastic.
Yeah. It looks like a pretty Yeah, pretty ordinary mouse. Yeah.
Very ordinary, but it hits apparently in the right place. I don't know about that. I need a few more buttons on there to give it a go.
Yeah.
And I'm not really fond on battery-powered items because the last wireless thing I bought was the Rat 9, and it died within minutes.
Is it a real battery or rechargeable?
Rechargeable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's built in.
That's not what your partner told me, Matt. You are a fan of battery-powered certain items, so that's all.
Certain things, but not mice.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. So that's part of that mouse, right? Let me get rid of that now because
we're going to change the rating on this show. No, only kidding.
Yeah, absolutely.
What else you got there, Matt?
Yeah. So what else have I got is the Wooting 60HE Plus.
I've heard of this.
Like no other.
They're one of the best keyboards in the world.
Supposedly.
Is it?
And yeah. So it isn't just a keyboard. It's a game changer with analog lacquer switches. Lacquer.
Is that, did it mean leprechaun?
Tech. Yeah, must do. Yeah. They made it for me.
What's a lecker? I never heard of a lecker.
Well, it's kind of the opposite of a liquor.
I was going to say, like, Resident Evil. I was thinking Resident Evil, the liquors. Remember them?
Yeah. So it's got rapid trigger tech. It gives players controls down to the millimeter. And I guess you could be right there. I did have a picture of it. I've bloody lost it now.
Don't worry. I can drop it in later.
Drop it in. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It is tiny. It's absolutely small. A full keyboard minus the number pad. It's tiny.
Is it one of these 60% ones, Matt, without the function keys or the numlock or anything? The numpad?
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty much think it's only 40% left of it. And it's
that's why they called it a 60 HE. Ooh.
Yeah.
I like them.
Half missing.
They are some of the finest keyboards in the world. Literally, I was tempted to buy one of them, but the thing is, I got the latest Razer and the latest Razer mouse and keyboard, like the Huntsman. Mm-hmm. They're some of the best. But Matt, the keyboard he's talking about is absolutely sensational.
It looks absolutely fantastic, but I think it's too small for me. Mine is smaller than my old one, and I'm still not used to where the buttons are. I'm keep pressing everything else but what I need to.
I like the big keyboards, man.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. So the actuation of the adjustable actuation of this is a 0.1 millimeter to 4 millimeters. So you got lots of wiggly room there.
Cool.
Utility software for
I can surely tell the difference in my fingers.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Utility software. I get it. That's very cool.
That's their own thing. Yeah, there you go.
It's a Wooting software.
Smart Sniper, Snap, Tap, and RGBs. Hot swappable switches as well, which are easy enough to take out.
Okay, that's cool.
Cool. So it's pretty much built for the guys who love racing sims, shooters, and anybody who wants analog, finesse in a compact form. But it is wired, and but it looks really good. Though very small for me.
I was so tempted to buy one, mate. I was so close. But I need everything the same brand. OCD, man.
Yeah,
everything has to be the same brand.
Yeah. Not everything.
Speaking of, where's your computer? The new one you're building. You've been building it for 3 weeks now.
You know why I haven't built it yet, Gray, and I'm not going to say on this podcast why I haven't finished building it yet.
Have you broken it already? Or have you done a Gray and bought the wrong things?
Yeah. You didn't want to mention it got melted, but that overheating.
Is this why you're gone for a Mac now?
Bigger things to worry about in life right at this very moment. So.
I hear you. Yeah. Give it to me. I'll build it for you.
You did get the new camera, though. You're not using it, but you got the new camera.
I don't need to. The camera in this is probably just as good, if not better. The cameras on the Macs these days are. The camera on these Macs are absolutely phenomenal.
Did you take the film off the camera, or did you leave it on?
Always off. Always.
You definitely look like you have some Vaseline put over it or something.
Yeah, he's definitely put something on it.
Hold on.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
See, but it took a moment to adjust there, and that's a good sign. It didn't instantly adjust to the light.
It's called a finger adjustment.
Yeah, he did a finger job on it.
That is a very strong finger you got there, man. That's that trackball shenanigans there. You get the fastest thumb in the West, so they tell me.
Yeah, careful what they make you use that for.
You couldn't.
Yeah, be on you.
You couldn't thumb wrestle Greyman. He'd destroy you.
He would. Whoa, look at that guy.
So, man, I want to know what Xbox hits it means. What's that?
Xbox hits it again. I was going to say kick it, but yeah, kicks it and hits it and slaps it all around.
So what they do?
So yeah, you can actually now stream your own console games straight through the Ultimate Game Pass. Yeah. So
interesting.
Yeah, your digitally stuff from any Xbox, from the Xbox One onwards, you'll be able to play those directly to your PC. So there you go. It works via the Xbox PC app.
You can broadcast it to other TVs.
You can do that, Cloud Image over there. Yeah. So yeah, just get yourself into the Insider program, and you can have a first hand on how it is and how it goes for you there. There are 250 so games so far supported, including the Star Wars Outlaws, which should be in the bin by now, and Hogwarts Legacy, who could do some magic and destroy Outlaws. So there you go. Sync's progress across devices have been looked at and are going well. And you also get Microsoft rewards as well if you're into those shenanigans. If you don't, send me your points because I want it. Yeah, so to us, myself, and other people who got the Xboxy stuff, minus the console, I don't do the console yet, until I'm made to, is a good win. So there you go.
I just realized, Matt, some of your best comments are said under your breath. I'm going to make sure that I boost the audio.
Oh, is it?
When you say something, I'll make it really loud in editing.
Oh, no, we're kicked off YouTube if you do that. Please don't.
I come with maturity contact sticker.
Yeah.
It's on my left titty.
Too much information. All right.
So I'm going to on it first.
I'm going to follow up with a little hardware news of my own here. I thought this was a pretty interesting article. We'd all been complaining about the fact that that only AMD, or especially NVIDIA, is making all the GPUs out there, and then nobody really wants to compete. Well, now I'm hearing something different here. Apparently, a company in China has a high-end gaming GPU, the Liswan, I don't know how to pronounce this, but Liswan G100, and apparently it outperforms the RTX 4060 and is just behind the RTX 5060. And I was like, really? So I was sitting there looking into this, and apparently they're not the only company, by the way, in China. There's a couple of other ones that have emerged that are also creating some consumer GPUs. So we might find very, very soon that there's going to be lots of other people on the market, and probably more agreeable prices and so forth. But anyway, according to the new tests, it's been coming in, over the 460, like I said. They had a bench score, OpenCL score of 111,290. This is by Geekbench that did this. It says here that when they paired it with this is when they pair it with a Ryzen 5 7600 processor, the G100 will score that. When they tried to put the comparison of the scoring up, they looked at the 5060 Ti, did something like 139,000 on the score, but they were right in the pack with the 111,000. And apparently outdoing also the RX 9060 XT as well. So from these test results that I'm looking at, I'm like, wow, the G100 is 12 gigabytes VRAM. They think it's GDDR6, 48 computing units, and a maximum frequency of 2,000 megahertz. Now, this is from what they know. They don't really know everything about it yet. It's a 6 nanometer on the silicon. So I don't know, boys. What do you think? I mean, if this company is only one of, apparently what I'm looking at here is there's 3 or 4 other companies also getting ready or already have a consumer GPU out there. So, I mean,
competition's good, but then going from 0 to 1 million overnight is next to impossible. And Intel being the newest competitor, you see how much they're struggling, and they're huge. So
I want to do the price is going. They don't mention price really that I've seen in the article. So really,
there's always a special edition of the NVIDIA's latest card, Gray, that comes out in China. It's got D on the end of it, like a 5090D, and it's slightly underclocked. It's slightly less powerful for whatever. There's reasons for it. So they try and bring out China Pacific models of this. And this makes sense for them. I wouldn't want to touch it with a 10-foot barge pole, to be fair. Sad to say, but that's just me. And it looks weird if that's the case. Like a small fan in the middle, flanked by like two other fans. Weird.
It's just
it looks a lot smaller than the other two. Yeah,
I've seen uglier than that thing, but hey, it's I would if it really did perform and we got some of the people over here like Linus and other ones to test it, and it actually did equal what I have in my machine right now, I'd be and the price was right, I'd be tempted to buy it. I mean, the main thing is going to be the price. If they're going to charge us as much as Nvidia or AMD, then I'm going Nvidia or AMD. I mean, why would I bother? But if they're going to come out where it's much less, then
what about Intel if they actually start competing towards that higher end? Because they've got the reputation at least built up, whereas you would trust them hopefully eventually. But they can't. They're only competing at like the low to mid end if we're lucky.
Well, part of that reason, of course, is all the garbage Intel's going through right now, which you're going to get into in a later subject. So I think you haven't heard a lot about their GPUs anymore. They're like off the radar. There's been no articles. There's been nothing. They don't even talk about anything coming. I mean, so yeah, we'll see. I mean, we were hoping that was going to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. So don't know. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have on my hardware side of things. Trev, you got some game stuff you want to talk about?
Yes, I was going to do the little Battlefield little intro thing. It sounded a bit like Terminator, but I won't because I'll just sound silly and ridiculous for doing that. So I know Matt or Gray will do it for me. So see, it worked. It worked. Just the one thing for the game news this time. However, it's very relevant. I'm not really a massive Battlefield fan. 2042 was that the last one? Was absolutely shit, and that's me being generous. No campaign mode. It was not very good at all. Broken at the start. The multiplayer mode. It was just bad. So they took their time. It's been 3-4 years or whatever since the last one. They normally bring one out every 2 years, so we're taking their time to get this one right because they couldn't afford another F-up. And Battlefield 6, imaginative name, easy for me to say, is we have a new trailer out for it just now, and it looks pretty decent. I'm going to do a little. I want to show you boys it really quickly because it looks pretty good, and I do want your boys' opinion after this. So,
my fellow citizens, my fellow. We will prevail.
We're ready, Mr. President.
My fellow citizens, today represents a dark day in our history. With this monstrous, unprovoked attack, no country is safe from their reach. For all those serving on our behalf, our prayers go with you. For the Pax Armada mercenaries who are watching now, I have a message. It's over.
Let's get to work.
Come, your masters of war. Hear the bells of big guns. You hide behind walls.
30 seconds.
And you turn and run farther when the fast bullets fly.
Move fast. Move decisive. Dagger on my 6.
Send it.
And I hope that you die. And your death will come soon. I'll follow your casket by the pale afternoon. I'll watch while you lie.
Clear the ship now.
And I'll stand over your grave till I'm sure that you're dead.
Painting the target for the F-61.
I'll watch while you lie.
much by the time this podcast is released, the multiplayer gameplay reveal will be out next. So that was just a reveal trailer. It's not actual gameplay, but it is in-game. It's in-game engine used for the CGI, so you've got an idea of the level of quality. Those games always look stunning anyway. Like they're even better than COD in terms of how they look. I can't remember what they called it, Levolution or something, where the whole environment is destructible. Just anything can be blown up and destroyed.
Cool.
It looks pretty good. What's that, Gray?
I said I'm for that. I want to blow up stuff.
Yeah, well, this is the game for you. They don't have their King of the Hill mode here this time. I think last time they called it like Firestorm or something. You know how they have like a King of the Hill. A lot of these games have it. PUBG, COD. They had their own one, which was unique. It was Firestorm. It was the outside the circle had a big, massive flame circle around it, like literally flames, and they would slowly, the fire would come in and in and in and in. And I thought it was a really cool idea, but it never took off. So I don't think we'll see that, but we will get a campaign this time. We will get the multiplayer. It will be out by the end of this financial year, although we're hoping they can get it out before the end of the year. I would if I were you, EA, because if you get it out at the end of the financial year, literally 1 month later, while you'll get your shareholders all excited and the financial people will all be happy and content, 1 month later, GTA 6 will come out and then say goodbye to your pennies. I would try and get it out before Christmas if I were you, lads. Just saying. Battlefield, are we fans here, guys? Anyone play it in the past?
I've played all of them. I'm absolutely shy at the multiplayers. I'm always getting killed, though it doesn't stop me from playing it. Graphically, it's always been really good. Where this trailer shows a lot more crisp graphics, especially when it comes to the detail of the weapons, the armaments, vehicles.
The beards,
I've seen, the beards, the voiceovers looks good. I've seen quite a few of the old maps being revamped, like the dam, the high risers. So it's interesting to see there. Hopefully, it's not just a whole rematch or a refit of all those. Hopefully, there's something new going on there. Gameplay looks okay so far. Yeah, so
no
gameplay. No gameplay. I mean, no gameplay. The look of the game on the campaign side, that's what I say, looks good. It looks like it's worth it, definitely. So yeah, I might actually get it just because.
Gray, I'm guessing this isn't necessarily your cup of tea because you're not really a big COD guy. So,
I mean, I haven't played a Battlefield since Battlefield 1942, so that goes back a long way.
No, that was the last one. Oh no, 2042. I was thinking of, wasn't it? 2042. Yeah.
That's when I'm trying to go way back.
Way back.
First, but not because I didn't like the game. It's just because there's other things I was messing with. But this would be kind of fun to play. That we could all multiplayer with the three of us. Maybe. Well, again, that assumes the price of the game is reasonable, which it won't be. So.
That's the problem. That's the problem, boys. We need to address. Unless you have the EA Pass, whatever that's called, it's going to be expensive. It's going to be easily a top dollar game. This one, I'm not willing to pay that. I'm not willing to pay that for a game that I won't play enough. The reason I get the COD still is because it's part of Game Pass. I stopped buying COD a while ago, although I don't enjoy playing it the odd time. And the thing is, COD and Battlefield, maybe not so much now, there was always a separation between them. COD was more arcadey, fast-paced, quicker, sharper games, matches, right? And Battlefield was actually for your hardcore FPS guys. It was always massive maps. It was always, you just saw the glint of a scope from a mile away, and it was a bloody sweaty grey gamer at the back of the map sniping your balls off. Is usually what happened. Mm-hmm. They're very hard, although they're closer together now than they ever were. Battlefield got in quicker, sharper modes and maps as well. COD started putting in their ground war maps, their bigger maps as well, so there's not as much of a gap between them as there once was. So as good as it looks, I doubt I'll get it unless someone wants to gift it to me, because I'm not paying the pennies for that. So, and it's
So if
EA.
anybody out there wants to gift 3 copies, we're ready.
Or if you want to give us some keys, EA, well, it's in the game and all that, we'll review it for you.
You get your own feature in the show.
Otherwise, we'll wait a year or two and then we'll play it.
Yeah, and then the next game will be out probably.
Well, that's how we do it. We played the game previous just before the new one comes out.
Yeah.
So come next week's podcast, hopefully we can drop the multiplayer reveal trailer for you as well. Actually, let's see some in-game footage of what it looks like, if there's anything unique and new. While I might not necessarily play it, I still find it cool to cover, because it's going to be a massive game anyway. It's COD's nearest competitor. So, yeah, that is Battlefield 6.
Yeah. Also, EA Play, the basic one, is a part of your Xbox Ultimate as well. So
basic one.
If you link your what's-its, you can have your EA basics.
You know that won't be included for us.
That's going to be in the premium. Yeah. So
these days, it's not on Game Pass.
We should do that.
If it's not on Game Pass, I'm not playing it. That's almost how it comes down sometimes. Unless it's reasonably priced, which isn't much. But anyway.
Yeah.
Matt, you want to talk about a game too? I saw you had posted this in our Discord, but Arden. So what's Arden all about?
So a new techie, odd survival out there game, multiplayer, single player game. I just saw it. Was it a few that day? Being featured by a company showing little bits of playtests. And I was like, oh, this looks interesting. So I ended up going to Steam, having a look. It asks, the playtest is still available for anybody. You don't have to be kings and queens and whatever else. You can just go and click on that button and play. Get your features and fiddles with it and see how you feel about it. So I did it myself. I didn't have much time in the game. Typically, people wanted me to work. How inconsiderate. So I only managed half an hour before.
Annoying you on your game time. I mean, come on.
Yeah, ridiculous. Expecting me to do work. Shocking. How dare you? You not know who I am. Yeah, so this is a new era of survival gaming with AI-driven threats and player-centric design. The design is very like, what's the Lone Dark?
Heard of that game.
Yeah, so it's got the same style, animated style graphics. There we go.
What's it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Those who
not
played the game,
claymation, though.
you're like, no. But it looks quite chunky and kind of like that way, piskally, but better. So let me enter this bit here. So it's a persistent multiplayer sandbox set in a post-apocalyptic world where nature reclaims... Apocalyptic.
That's right. Papa Dick Tick. I mean,
Yeah,
Papa
you
Dick
can
Tick.
pop your dick tick.
Papa Lick Dick. Papa Dick Tick. Something like that.
Yeah, I think Trev's going to get his dick tick. So
You want to go steal it? It's right.
So, nature reclaims the world as it does from urban landscapes, rogue AI mechs patrolling the ruins. It's built on Unreal Engine 5. The game combines cutting-edge visuals, not yet, with deep, systematic gameplay, offering players a richly immersive experience. And what I've seen does look like that, but when I've gone into the game, I was like, these graphics don't look the same.
Was that because your card was tweaked down, or no? Okay.
Yeah.
So you weren't that impressed then, apparently.
I'm in
At least
between.
not yet.
Not yet. I'll still go on there and just have a look and see what's going on there because it's early days for me for there. So apparently this is a 64 kilometer squared handcrafted map, which is very nice. Well done for the old handcrafted there. Where people have to explore dense forests, crumbling cities, industrial zones with dynamic seasonal changes, weather effects, and a day and night cycle. So other than playing off AI-controlled enemies, including drones, mechs, rogue robots, I haven't seen any of them yet. I'm looking around for zombies, thinking it was a zombie thing. Whether you're engaged in PvE, PvP, or just role-playing, Each server holds up to 64 players, so that whatever you want to do, you can do from there. Survival hinges on strategy, collaboration, and adaptability, which is pretty awesome. I was like, now this is the thing I like. So it brings back your base building, which seems okay so far. I've just collected some resources. So the next time I'm in there, I'm going to see what goes on with the base building. You got your farming, hunting, and fishing, which is also tied by the seasonal cycles. So be wary of that when you're going around and foraging for food and you're running out. You got vehicle customization as well with modular upgrades and attachments. So that's going to be quite exciting to do that with vehicles. There is an electricity grid for powering up defenses, appliances. So yeah, you can also play solo and co-op up to 4 people. So there you go, dudes. Notes to get yourselves into the play test.
Did you ever wonder though? Your mic is muted.
Is it,
Trev? Yeah, well, no, not
I was doing a ventriloquist impression.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let me stick my hand up your. No, never mind. So,
while you're there, can you check my prostate? The last doctor didn't use his hands.
I got something to throw at you guys. I don't know why this dawned on me, but all the survival games we played a bunch. When you have to go hunting and stuff or fishing or whatever, generally speaking, you're running after whatever animals to kill them or shoot them with an arrow or beat them to death or whatever, or fish. But rarely, in fact, I don't know if I've ever seen this, you don't shoot birds.
No.
I find that very strange because there are birds that you could kill. You could kill a duck. You could, by killing, or you could kill
chickens.
Turkey, chickens, other birds that might be flying that you just want to eat because why not? Your survival, right? They never do that in any of these games.
Oh, DayZ do. Survive the Nights do. Quite a few of them do. Yeah. Yeah.
I stayed there.
I find this game. I've typed in Arden and I can't find anything in the Steam.
Arden. ARDEM.
Oh, it's M
for mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had.
Come on, Matt.
He did put a link in the Discord. Hello. He put a link in the Discord, though.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of manually.
Discriminating against me. So it's an open alpha or playtest, which is launched as playtest 3. 4 is coming up as well, with access via Steam. No keys required or anything. So this is
you got to bang out the game and see if it's good enough for all 3 of us to play.
Absolutely. The game is actively soliciting feedback through Discord and Steam forums, and they got a questionnaire thing as well if you want to do that.
Please tell them that there's no birds to shoot.
Yeah, I will do. So far, I haven't dropped in there. Yeah, where's your birds?
Where's the birds?
Yeah. There is a playtest intro guide as well on the old Jiggery-Doo, the old Steam, if you ever need that. So there you go. They want to keep it
intro guide.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
They want to keep it in early access for at least under 2 years, just to keep it updated and working, pretty much. That make it a little bit easier and better to work. With a price increase for the full release, reflecting on this expanded content and the polish up. So they want to keep that in line with what price they so choose, which should be no less than £30, hopefully.
It's always difficult to make these games different as survival games, Matt, to make them unique. Yeah. So I hope this one changes some things or is impressive, because otherwise, what's the point? There's 10 million of them out there.
Exactly,
yeah. We're just going to go back to Rust. That's
a dime of what's it, isn't it? Whatever.
Dime a dozen.
Dime a dozen, that's it.
Dime of what's it sounds much better.
Dime of things, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I did go in there with a heavy hand going, it has to be different, so we shall see. I mean, some of it sounds kind of scummy. Some of the game.
No, there's another game for that.
Yeah. So, which has the mechs and all this stuff, and then you got Generation, which brings the mechs as well. So, it needs to bring something new. It needs to do something a lot better. So, with the Unreal Engine, with lumen lighting and the ray tracing, it delivers good, visually striking worlds. When I was playing the game, it was very clunky, that kind of clay style from the Lost. What's it called? The Lone World, whatever.
Stutter?
Yeah, it's kind of it looks very basic, the way you pick up things. You're in third person anyways with this one. When you kind of, like, there's a big massive rock, which in normal survival games, you would need a pickaxe to break that thing and pick it up. So the guy just picks up this massive boulder and puts it in his pocket.
Oh, no, come on, the simples. You never said his pocket was the TARDIS, man. Come on.
Absolutely, yeah. It could be Mary Poppins' bag, for all I know.
Yeah.
She's had a little thing in there. So yeah, I was kind of very disappointed in that, the way the visuals were looking, because it didn't look exactly the same as what I was shown. So
this is why it's going to be in early access for 2 years.
yeah, absolutely. But we'll see. I'll play a bit more and just see how it goes from there.
It's okay. Now, wait. Now, if you could take the giant boulder out of the bag and actually throw it at someone, now we're talking.
Yeah, lunge across the world. There's your chicken. Smash. Yeah. So what else does it bring? So it's got a gritty realism that DayZ kind of has, and the Rust, with that handcrafted stuff of Skyrim and modding as well. They're bringing modding in as well. Arden stands out to be more than just another survival game, apparently. So it's community driven, with evolving mechanics, strong visual identity. So each player has a walkie-talkie, which is loud, so you have to be careful around your proximity and what you're doing as well. Where you are, you got to keep an eye on those type of things. So yeah, it's interesting. It looks like it might have what it takes, but we'll see. I'm going to keep playing it and test out the multiplayer on there, because a lot of people from Tickety TikTok and the other stuff are saying that it's awesome, and they've been showing their gameplays of it. So we'll see.
Matt, open. I know it's in play testing at the moment, and apologies if you mentioned it already. Is there any kind of, I know it's going to be in early access for up to 2 years, but it's not early access yet. So when is early access going to start? Do we know?
So after this play test number 4 has come out, I think it is, then I think they're going to be looking at that.
Yeah, because I'd like to know how much it would be then, and I know we don't have a cost yet. But...
No.
If I'm putting a giant boulder in my pocket, it better be $25.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so there's no price for it yet at the moment. Yeah.
Well, if it's going to be competitive, it has to be under £30.
It does, yeah. I mean, even DayZ was 40, was it? So, yeah. And Rust is cheaper, wasn't it? So, yeah. But yeah,
so
let's see what happens.
We'll get some further reporting from Matt on that. I'm going to go ahead and continue on with some more game news. I thought this was pretty cool. I also couldn't believe it until I started reading the article. But apparently Super Mario Brothers Remastered is coming to PC on September 13th for free. Free. Free.
Oh. So
I was looking at this going like, what? Wait a minute. So apparently YouTube's Joe Mama, I love that name, Joe Mama and a team of modders are currently working on the fan remake of the classic NES Mario game, Super Mario Brothers, but for PC. Again, titled Super Mario Brothers Remastered. Apparently, it's been created, though, from the ground up. It will have improved physics, audio, and graphics. It will also support full widescreen monitors, which is cool. I saw a trailer on it. They started out with the small screen that we all remember playing years ago, and all of a sudden it goes like this, whoop, and you're going like, and you can see more stuff. So I thought that was kind of neat. Look, I think any game that's Nintendo that gets to the PC is like amazing. So it's like, wow, are you kidding? They said that they will. The modders claim that Nintendo will not be able to take it down. This is important now because I was going like, no, there's no way you're getting this thing up. They said they took steps to ensure that Nintendo won't be able to shut it down. I don't exactly know what these steps are, but anyway, as such, Super Mario Brothers Remastered will not have any game assets. To work it, you'll require a ROM of the original NES game. In other words, it'd be similar to the N64 recompilation projects we've seen. So you're going to have to find the ROM if you don't have the game or whatever. You're going to have to find a ROM online, which I'm sure will be all over the place. But that is coming September 13th. So I looked at the trailer. The other thing that was kind of cool about it was that apparently you can load in these game packs, and the packs are used to change the look and the feel of the game if you should want to do that. So I was watching, and they were showing that they have all kinds of playable characters that wasn't in the original, because obviously the original you can only play with Mario. So now you can play as a bunch of other Nintendo characters in the game. The packs will change the music or can change the sound effects and stuff. And they even showed like one thing where they played a better sounding Mario song, I guess, with one of these packs or whatever. So I was kind of like, that's very cool. So I'm going to be looking out for that, and especially if it's free. I mean, come on. I mean, we can all mess with it if it's free. So I thought that was pretty impressive, but I really am curious as to why they say they can't take it down, and they took steps to ensure it will never go down.
Was it open source before or something?
I don't know.
Or some legal
I don't know what
battle.
Great. I find that next to impossible. I'm sorry. We know what Nintendo like. There's no way this is not shut down. Come on, like it's Nintendo we're talking about here. They sue you if you look at them wrong. They hide in people's discords for months at a time to gather the evidence they need.
Oh, speaking of that, they tell you at the end of the clip, join our Discord, talk about it, yay. Woo. And I'm like, okay. So all I can say is if Trev's right, then play as much of it as you can on September 13th.
Yeah, well, if there's an offline mode, like you just download the files you need, then you're okay. You need to download it quick before Nintendo come along and shut you down, basically. So
yeah, I don't. That would actually be pretty cool and probably easy since the game is not like high-end graphic stuff. So I don't know. Maybe it will be. Maybe it will be. They don't say that in the article, but hey, I don't know. Anyway, to move on, I thought this was kind of humorous, but only if you remember something. NVIDIA has come out with what they call G-Assist. So G-Assist is a program that basically works like a chat box, but it diagnostically checks through your game. You can download it now, by the way, but it's really early. And it'll give you advice on how to optimize your game or a couple little things you could do. If you have an RTX 2030 or 40 series card, you can download it now if you want to. But here's the thing, though. The guy tried to mess around with it a little bit, and he said it's really experimental, which is another language for bugs. Yeah. And he installed it. He pressed Alt-G to bring up the chat box, which is transparent when you play games. And so while he did that, he wanted to ask it for a few little things. He noticed right off the bat that it spiked to 1 gigabyte and 10% of the CPU. So it's apparently right now it's kind of taxing, and that's not that terrible, but our machines, but still, it's taking a lot, which I assume they're going to work all that out. He decided to play Black Myth Wukong because he felt that would be a decent test of what the game or what the assistant is going to tell him. So basically, he asked G-Assist to optimize the rig so that he could run Wukong, and he said that it answered him back, but said finding the answer was vague, and he says, I asked it what optimizations it did, and it replied, based on the provided information, I did not perform any optimizations.
Nice.
So he's telling an optimizer, he's going, I'm not doing it. So then he goes, later on, well, he tried to get more specific, and he said that, and I made this up, okay? So he said that Wukong was running choppy. What should I do? And he said that he wasn't playing a game. And he tried to answer it back saying, yes, I am. I'm playing Black Myth Wukong. And then he said he finally gave up because it just kept on saying that you're not playing a game. And he's like, well, I'm pretty sure I am playing a game. Then he moved on to Baldur's Gate. And then he said, okay, what about the optimizations here? And he just said it told him to adjust the in-game graphics settings to balance performance versus visual quality. Everybody knows that. I mean, that's not like anything, it was so ridiculous. So anyway, he also had problems on it when it started again saying that he's not playing a game. So the long and short of it is that, don't download this yet, man. Let it go through its process. But the reason why I find it funny, not just because it is funny, but if you guys remember about 6 years ago, I think it was 6 years ago, NVIDIA did a April Fool's joke about just this, about an assistant that tells you how to play your games and what you can do. And it was all a joke, and it was funny as hell. And in fact, on the video version of this all the audio guys out there. I'm going to slip it in because I do have a copy of it. I think it was Ron. I think it was Ron. It was called Ron.
NVIDIA GeForce is always introducing new ways to move gaming technology forward. But our latest breakthrough is like nothing you've ever seen before. Gamers of the world, meet Ron, the ultimate, next-generation, AI-powered virtual assistant that delivers the promise of personalized PC gaming.
Hello, Julian. Would you like to play a game?
Any smart speaker can answer trivia questions or play music, but Ron uses cutting-edge AI to do so much more, in 18 different languages.
Yo soy la cena de pollo. Je suis la dîner de poulet.
你不知道我讲什么吧？
Ron can optimize your games, keep you up to date on everything happening in the gaming world, and coach you through your gameplay.
Julian, I have analyzed your last 412 drops. Your best win rate comes from dropping bunker and, well, hiding.
Thanks, Ron.
Oh, this guy again. What are you even doing?
Having trouble holding your temper when dealing with weak teammates online? Don't get banned. Get Ron's patented rage converter technology.
Oh my god! I got a question. How are the 4 biggest morons on
Rage converter activated. Great work, team. This has been a stimulated confrontation.
Wow. Amazing. If you're like me, you love talking about PC gaming on forums and Twitch and Reddit, but hate dealing with online trolls. Now, you can sit back and let Ron do the arguing for you.
Troll Destroyer
activated.
He'll automatically link all the relevant facts, and he never has to eat, sleep, or bathe, making him an equal match for your average online troll.
Mission complete. Icyfire 420 has quit the internet and is now laying on his floor.
Thanks, Ron. We've all been there. You've settled into an intense gaming session, you're just getting to the good part, and distractions start flooding in. Well, with Ron's Talk Block AI feature, you can buy yourself the extra time you need to finish the final level.
Julian, I've seeded 12 new Pokestops in the neighborhood for your partner to chase, and reminded your parents that your little brother is a degenerate delinquent and shouldn't play Fortnite until he studied for his math test. You should now have an extra 48 minutes and 20 seconds to game peacefully.
It just works. Do you want to meet Ron in person and get in on the ground floor of AI-assisted PC gaming? Be sure to visit the website down in the description for more news about game-changing features and to get notified when Ron launches later this year.
Julian, I seem to have reached the end of the internet.
But this just sounds so interesting because it's 6-7 years later and they're actually trying to make one. Whereas then it was just for fun on an April Fool's joke. So, hey, I don't know.
Interesting.
I guess for people that aren't into it as much as we are, it's kind of nice because it could tell you a couple things and maybe you'll learn something, or you can have it do the adjustments for you, or I don't know, or at least walk you through it or something. So I guess that's not necessarily a bad thing. Then again, it's just one other thing that's trying to talk to you while you're trying to play the game, and it's like, don't bother me. I'm gonna turn it off. Anyway, I thought that was kind of cute, kind of interesting. Another little thing I brought up was Fallout London, if you all remember, the crew that put that together for free and worked for ages on it. I couldn't believe it's actually been a year since the mod came out. They said they had 1 million downloads. That's a lot, for a mod. So 1 million downloads of this total conversion mod. They said that they apparently were teasing the next game that they're going to do a mod for along the same lines. And I was going like, what kind of a teaser are they talking about? So I started looking at the picture, and I'm going like, yeah, okay. So they show a picture of their Pip-Boy, right? And I'm looking, trying to find out where is this clue? And all of a sudden I see it on the left-hand side where the little speaker is. They have a big Assassin's Creed emblem right over the speaker. If you don't look carefully, you miss it because it blends in with the color of the speaker. And I'm looking at it, I'm going like, oh, okay. And it's got an A right in the middle of it. So in case you're really stupid and you don't know it's Assassin's Creed. So I'm going like, okay. So I'm kind of wondering what these guys, what they're up to or what they're going to. I mean, I expect, because they put out such good quality, that it's probably going to be better than any Assassin's Creed games that Ubisoft's doing now, which would really be an interesting slap in the face. So, I don't know how long it's going to take to get it done. But the other thing I found out that was interesting too, I didn't know this. They said that one of the modders in the group that did this was actually offered a job at Bethesda, but he turned it down so he could complete Fallout London. Turned it down. I mean, nobody would turn down a job at Bethesda, but he did. And now
a janky mess, so maybe.
But now, of course, if he went to Bethesda, they would go like, "Well, we're firing people, so later we can't handle it."
Made
right
a
now.
good choice, yeah.
So there you go. So I hope if you like that kind of stuff, I've heard nothing but good things about this mod. And now apparently we're going to hold out and wait to see what the heck they're talking about as far as the Assassin's Creed complete conversion mod is going to be. Last little thing I wanted to talk about, it was just one of those fun things I find to get you guys' opinions on. And this was an article where they basically tried to rate the best ray-traced games to play in 2025. So I thought it would be kind of cool to go through the list real fast, some of these games, and see if you guys agree or disagree.
Doom will be on there.
At the top of the list was Cyberpunk 2077. And they just said that, CD Projekt Red has pushed visual boundaries and, et cetera, et cetera. You guys kind of agree with that? Or?
Well, they updated it, so probably Trev would know more on the ray tracing side of that one, because
turned the ray tracing off in the Mac version, even though it can handle it. It can handle it, but I don't put ray tracing on things. I don't see the point. Like the difference between ray tracing and really good cube mapping, like is what they used back in the day, the traditional model, is not a massive difference. And I tend to play games that are a bit faster anyway, so it's a waste of resource for me. If it's a very slow-paced game and I've got overhead, I'll turn it on. And then you've got path tracing, which is like, you bring path tracing into a game and your GPU starts crying. It literally, it's oh no, don't, I can't handle this destruction.
I can just hear it now. You start going
screaming,
yeah. No.
Little drips of water come out of it, like oh no.
It's brutal, man. So like that's one of the top games, if not it's a very hard game to run anyway, Gray, without the ray tracing. So you bring ray tracing in, and it's just the one thing I will say is that it adds to some games in terms of like if an area was like a particular like corner of the map was darker than usual, or darker than usual. If you have ray tracing on, good quality ray tracing, it actually changes the outlook. A good example of that's Metro Exodus. How internal buildings and stuff, the way the light would go into a building looks a lot more accurate. But I don't really turn it on. I'm not really fussed about it. I don't think you guys are either. I don't see why everyone's so excited about it.
On good story games, maybe tactical ones, it kind of makes a difference.
To me, it's an immersion factor. If you're on a game like Matt's talking about, where it's not a super fast game or whatever, and you want that immersion, to have that really makes the immersion feel much more real, even though you don't really notice it. I mean, you notice it, but you don't notice it. It's all kind of like happening organically, I guess is the word. So for those reasons, I think I would really like it, because you do see things that are just normal to like your eye, and now you're seeing it in the game, so that it really immerses you. As far as if your game is going to, really be a speedy game where you're running through it all the time, who the hell's going to notice that, and stuff? I mean, it really would take away. But if it does improve the overall immersion, then I say, yeah, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Wake 2 was mentioned. I think that game's been having problems on the sales too for some reason. I don't know why. It hasn't been really selling that well, apparently. Black Myth Wukong. Of course, I've heard about this from lots of different areas, that the ray tracing on it's pretty wild. And that's a game where it probably could benefit, because if you look even at screenshots and stuff of it, I mean, there's a lot of diffuse lighting, a lot of foggy, stuff going on, and things that really lend itself to ray tracing to make it look good, and stuff. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I've never played Ratchet and Clank, but I guess I'm going to take their word for it.
Got it for the PlayStation. I didn't know it was out on PC. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
That would be
You're right.
for it.
Yeah.
Right.
I've heard some good things about it. I just never really messed with it. But
yeah.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is also
one of the top examples. Yeah, yeah,
yep. And so they're saying that that's one of the top ray tracing, and that is pretty lush looking. So again, it lends itself more. Control, which is interesting. That game is 6 years old now, and yet they said the ray tracing is outstanding on it. Early game, but it looks really good. So that was kind of interesting. I haven't seen a game that old pop up on a list to play now, like in 2025 or whatever.
Yeah.
But of course, Trev had mentioned before, they talked about Doom: The Dark Ages, and they start getting into, the path. Go ahead.
What's the difference with the Doom game compared to other games, Brady? It's baked into the game. Literally, patented ray tracing is baked into Doom. You have to have an RTX card. If you have anything older than the 2000 series NVIDIA cards, you cannot play this.
Yeah, and that's okay because Doom has always stretched those boundaries, which is nice. And the games do look awfully good. And again, even though you're running and gunning, you still notice it. The immersion is there, and everything looks real. I mean, down to the demons, down to every little piece that's on the board. Yeah. With the path tracing now, I was at first I was going like, yeah, all right, it already looks great. How much better could path tracing really be? And then I started seeing some side by side comparison pictures. Now, I will say in some of the pictures it was like, not a big difference, but in others there were some definite differences.
It's too fast a paced game to have path tracing on. Like normal ray tracing, I run because you have to, and I run it at a decent quality. But I won't turn on full path tracing because, like I say, that does murder GPUs, and it just takes your FPS down too low. And when it's a fast paced game where you need the FPS, what's the point?
Yeah,
I don't. You have DLSS 4.0, which we know has multi-frame gen. So the problem with multi-frame gen is you can't select the multiplier. It's up to 4 times, isn't it? Or is it 3 times? 3 times fake frames for every. So for one real frame, there's 3 fake frames. But you can't choose how many of them you can display. You don't get the choice. It annoys me that because sometimes I'd like to dial it back a bit. You can't, however, or not at all.
If you go with lossless scaling, you can bring it down to a 10th.
Lossless scaling, as great as it is for a cheap bit of software, it's software based. It's not using hardware. This is why the NVIDIA is still number one.
Yeah, but you know what? As much as I've seen on NVIDIA, and especially the last report we had last podcast, where basically they're giving you more frames at the detriment of more fake frames at the detriment of the real frames. I'm sorry, lossless scaling isn't doing that, and it is totally customizable. And I don't care if it's software or hardware. If your software can do what you say it can do, then I don't care. It doesn't matter.
It's great, and it's great value for the price. It's great value for the price. What's the best free version of that? Is it lossless scaling or is it FSR up to 3.1? Is it because 4.0 we know needs the hardware to run it now? What's better then? Is it FSR 3.1 or is it lossless scaling?
I think lossless scaling allows you to sit there and use it across all kinds of games. They're even talking about how to get it integrated into consoles. In fact, I thought they said that there was a method for it.
I reckon FSR 3.1 is the best because I did touch upon a slight trick question. I said best free version. While $7 is cheap, it's not free, whereas FSR 3.1 is free.
Yeah, but it's free, but you have to have the AMD card. So
no, 4.0 you do. 3.1 you can run in anything that's software based.
Agreed. So, but it's still not lossless scaling the way that they can, and it just keeps getting better. They keep on improving it, and they don't charge for it, which is amazing. I thought they would just at some point they're gonna, charge like a
DLC,
yeah, or whatever. But I mean, it's so cheap, and it's just like you should hear the people in their Discord. They all go nuts. They're sitting there like putting on all kinds of games and asking a lot of questions, pushing the envelope. I mean, they're good people.
Hey, man.
Now, you mentioned Metro Exodus. Metro Exodus is on the list. So as far as ray tracing, the best games or whatever. Spider-Man 2. I don't know. I haven't played it, but that's supposed to be one of the best. And they put Minecraft on here, too, which
Have you seen the RTX version of it?
Yeah, I have.
Man.
Yeah, that's why I have. It's brilliant.
I'm not saying it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, and you know, I get it. But to me, it's just much more glorious looking blocks. It's still freaking blocks.
No, it's not. It's not the blocks. It's the environment. It's the environment looks stunning. So
I'm looking at the picture here. I see all the ray tracing goodies going on.
Boys, there's no point getting upset at Minecraft in terms of how it looks, because it's the world's biggest selling game of all time, and
I know
it's like getting angry at the winds. There's no point.
But let's put it this way: I love the Minecraft
you're
movie,
pissing in it.
and I would never play the game. But the movie was great because to me that's perfect. I mean, the movie's perfect for what it is. You know, I agree. I mean, there's so many people that like it; it's unbelievable. But I'm not one of them. Portal RTX. Apparently, when they added ray tracing to Portal, and they said that looks really good. I don't think I've seen Portal RTX. I mean, I have the game, but
looks stunning as well, man. It really does.
Ghostwire Tokyo. No, that's the. He said somebody was going to come to his house.
It's the police probably finally caught up with him.
Yeah. Here, all of a sudden, boom, boom, he's taking him. Ghostwire Tokyo, I've never played, but I'm going to take their word for it.
It's a pretty game.
Yeah. And guess what? Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which can now take ray tracing. It looks pretty good in the mods.
It's constantly updated and tweaked constantly. It'll be updated to the ends. The heat death of the universe, they'll be still updating the Witcher 3 well done.
When the new one comes out, then they'll probably be modding that too. And Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, that surprised me. Yeah.
For ray trace?
Yeah, but is that
that must be the newer one with the updated package or something?
I wasn't sure if that was people modding it or it was actually the developers themselves doing it. I think it's the developers that actually bring this out, which makes it look really nice.
Yeah, because it says letting pay. It doesn't really. The addition of ray trace global illumination allows sunlight. Yeah, they don't mention modders, but that's not unusual. A lot of times they don't. Sometimes. But anyway, that's it for that list. I just thought it was kind of interesting.
It's interesting.
Yeah. So let's move along to you, Trev. You got some more hardware stuff to talk about?
Some stuff. Yep. The reason I bring this next topic up is on its own, it sounds a bit dull, but it alludes to something else. All right. So there's something sneaky going on here. So Sony are bringing out a new power save mode for the PlayStation 5, right? Now, they're doing this because they want to save the environment. Pretty much they are the South Korean version of Greta Thunberg. They want to save the planet by lowering the power of your PlayStation 5. The problem is it nerfs performance. Kind of pointless, right? So this is a really shit cover story. What we're saying here is essentially you can run this if you want, but you wouldn't want to because it would be really, really bad. What we believe is really going on is this is a cover story for their new handheld that's coming out. Well, I actually don't know when it's coming out. Probably within the next year or two at the very most. Sony used to be in the handheld game. They had the PSP Vita, the PSP, Sony PSP, and they were both very good handhelds. And it's about time they got back into the handheld market to challenge the Steam the Steam Deck, the gaming, the Windows gaming handhelds, the Switch, whatnot. And they want to do. Thing is, with the Vita and stuff back in the day, Gray, they had there was like two ecosystems. So if you brought out a game for your, what was it back then, PS3 or whatever, you had to bring out a separate version for your PSP. So they sort of want their new handheld to basically be the equivalent of an Xbox Series S and X. So it's the same copy of the game, but it can be scaled in terms of performance. So that's probably what's going to happen. They reckon they're bringing this out to test because it'll be the profile that they use for their new handheld when it comes out. And this was found in the latest beta firmware, right? So this isn't even proper release. People have been digging and poking and prodding, and they've found this, and they've went, this makes zero sense to bring out in a bloody console. This is coming out on their new handheld. So you can join up for their beta firmware. I don't. Certain things I join up for the beta software, which is, for example, the iPhone. I'm trying the iOS 26 at the moment, but that comes with like there's negatives to it being beta rather than actually full release, performance issues and whatnot. So I think if people can dig a little bit further, we'll be able to find out a little bit more about the handheld. And this is pretty cool and exciting. While I'm not really into handhelds, it's Xbox rumour to be bringing out a handheld. PlayStation, Sony rumour to be bringing out a handheld. Competition is good. So yeah, watch this space here. You wouldn't want to run this, let's say, it's kind of pointless. And a little side note as well. For the longest time, an Xbox controller could pair up to 4 different devices at the same time. Your Xbox, your PC, your laptop, whatever. You could switch between them really easy. A PlayStation DualSense controller, you could never do that until recently. So very recently they've updated that controller. So if you really like, some people prefer the Sony controller, the PlayStation controller over the Xbox one. They're both really good controllers, by the way. I do love the DualSense, the PS5 controller, and you've held it, Gray. Like you've probably like the haptic feedback in it and whatnot, really, really good. You can now, if you want to use a PlayStation controller for your PC natively, you can, and you can switch between your PlayStation and your PC seamlessly. You don't have to pair, unpair, repair, and so forth. So I found that a really cool thing as well. I think I'll just stick to the Xbox controller for Xbox. Well, I don't have an Xbox for PC. Keep them separate.
Since you brought up haptics, I want to get your opinion on something. I saw a piece of software. I'd love to try it, but not software. Excuse me, hardware. And what it was a kind of like a pad that goes on the back of your chair, and basically it comes partway down on your back, like maybe halfway down your back, or
I've heard of this, yeah,
whatever. And then you have another piece that kind of goes partway around your head. So apparently, when you're playing a game, like especially like a shooter game or something, not only will you feel it in your head or your neck or your ears, you'll feel it going down your back. And I'm sitting there going like, that's kind of cool if it's good. I have no idea, but at least it brings the haptics of a controller, like you're saying, beyond anything else. Now I haven't used them in quite a while, but I have haptic feedback headsets from Razer, which are not.
Oh yeah.
Not the motors, which I always thought was pretty cool. There's no motors.
Why did you stop using them, Gray? I remember.
To be honest with you, I didn't stop using them on purpose. It's just that they were so. I like them, but they're big and bulky, and I wanted something, not.
They were the same. That was the same headset that I believe Nick back in the day had as well. Because I was like, what are these feckin' huge things you guys are wearing on your head? Why is it cool for your ears to vibrate? I don't get that. Like,
it doesn't.
Maybe in your back, but your ears.
Well, with these headsets, that was the cool thing about it. It didn't vibrate. It's hard to explain, but they got the effect without having to use any kind of vibration. So it's really just through sonics and, not the hedgehog. And basically you feel it, but it's not really like if you were to put those headsets on a table and play a game and turn the volume up on the game, the headsets won't move. They'll just sit there. But when they're on your head, it sounds like you're getting the thump. And to be honest with you, I need to get back to it because I started thinking about it the other day, and I'm going like, ooh, I wonder what AC Shadows is like with that on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that could be kind of cool. So
I've heard of these, Gray. Jawbone. Look that up. Jawbone headphones.
Yeah,
they use kind of some sonic vibration thing through your actual jawbone, because it's all connected there, isn't it? And you can then hear it internal in your ears. It's a different way of doing headphones. Not for me, but to each their own. So listen, that beta software I was talking about there. If you want a sneak peek at that lower power profile, or you want to have that DualSense controller switching ability, people can sign up for it if they're in the US, Canada, Japan, UK, Germany, and France. The rest of the mainland EU don't get in because they're peasants, according to Sony, because they're not on that list. I don't get it. Matt's nodding his head. He agrees. I was joking. That's terrible. So the next thing, boys, right? Okay. In fact, no, I'm going to go in order of it. Let's keep the end for a positive, right? Because the next thing's a negative, unfortunately, boys. So Intel, right? Intel. Team Blue. are set to lay off a whopping 30%, 30, of its workforce, cutting over 15,000 jobs. And I apologize if I pronounce this wrong, because I think it's an Asian name. Lip Bu-tan declares, he's the CEO, declares that there won't be any more blank checks. So basically, he's like, we have spent too much money on shite in the past. You guys are all peasants and you're all going to get sacked. That's what I read into that, boys. Now, are we surprised? Listen, I don't think any of us are surprised.
No.
I'll maybe rephrase my question that I was going to ask.
These days.
I'm not going to ask.
Go on.
Are we surprised it's taken this long after Intel's recent screw up in the last few years to start cutting as many people as they have now? I thought it would have happened a lot sooner. Not surprised now, just how late it came.
Yeah. I think I'm with you on there because I expected this a while ago. I mean, 15,000 is a lot as well. So I didn't think it would be that big as well.
What might have happened is that they probably could have let go of people gradually, but somebody probably made the decision to go let's just do it all at once and so be done with it. So unfortunately, instead of doing it gradually and getting bad press the whole way, they just decided to get bad press all at one time.
Probably a good idea, good marketing strategy.
We're laughing about it, but they make weird decisions based on just what I just said.
Yeah.
Well, let me add to that, right? Because you'll see a correlation between what I'm about to say to you and our old pals, our old chums over at Microsoft, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the CEO, I quote, says, "We are laser focused on strengthening our core product portfolio and our AI roadmap." There's those letters to better serve. Everyone's got such a hard on for AI. Jesus Christ.
I know. Have they not watched Terminator?
Exactly.
Oh my God.
We are also taking actions needed to build a more financially disciplined foundry. It's going to take time, but we see clear opportunities to enhance our competitive position, improve our profitability, and create long-term shareholder value. So what that's telling me, boys, is they're not necessarily cutting people because of melting bloody chips and not being as competitive as the ones were. They're cutting because they're doing a Microsoft and they want a lot of extra capital to spend on this bloody AI hard on that they've got all of a sudden. Like everyone's
they're all claiming the lean and mean thing. We gotta get lean, we gotta get mean. So we're just gonna
Hey, speaking of lean, if you see this CEO, he is, if he turns sideways, he'd go invisible. Let me just put it this way, right? This guy he's an old skinny geezer. Wow, Jesus Christ, man! He
used to weigh 400 pounds before he started working for Intel.
Hey, there you go. If you want to lose weight, work for one of the big. Hey, if you want to lose weight, you should be a game developer because you could get sacked at any time. And I know that's a bit close to the bone. I'm sorry, I don't want anyone to lose their jobs, but why would you be a game developer now, man?
Cheaper than
it's not worth it. Do you know what I mean? So, so we reckon the areas that could be affected by this would be their areas in Germany, their plants in Germany, Poland, and Costa Rica. Not sure why they want to can those areas in, but probably the areas that won't affect. Or hey, listen, side note, go and watch Linus Tech Tips video on the Intel plant in Israel and how they go up. They have to blur everything, a lot of things for security. But if you go in there and you see how they make chips, they're one of only a couple of guys in the world that actually make chips. TSMC and Intel make chips. No, Samsung as well. They're the three that make their own chip. They're the only guys that do it. If you see it inside a fab, oh my God, I'd be like a kid in a candy shop. That would be a brilliant tour. You just see like monorail tracks along the ceiling, boys, with like these robots going flying everywhere, dropping things off, picking things up, putting them into these areas, working on them, and then they blur out the sections that are more sensitive. And you see Linus's face. He looks literally... That's the dream job Linus has got. Let's not beat around the bush. You could see he was like a big kid, man. He's like, this is great fun. He was so grateful to get in and show everyone that. And the guys at Intel were actually happy to see him. Yeah. So I've said before, I want Intel to come back and compete, but not at the expenditure of 15,000 jobs. Sorry, 30% of their workforce. So bittersweet. They want to basically keep the shareholders happy. This is why I love Valve. They don't have shareholders. Just saying. So yeah.
Since you mentioned Valve, it was funny. I saw an article that said that Gabe his net worth is now 9.5 billion with a B. 9.5. I was like, whoa. I mean, I knew it would be high, but I didn't think it was that high. I was kind of like, wow. But he was very humble about that. He said, yeah, okay, I did some things right. He said, but there's a lot of luck involved too when you're talking about that much money. So it was interesting.
Yeah, that's fair. There's always a bit of element, no matter how successful, talented, skilled you are, there's always an element of luck and fortune in these things in life. I've always believed that. So yeah, that kind of sucks there. And the reason we mention that is because we always like to make it relevant to the podcast. And we talk about gaming news, games we've played, hardware, tech news involving gaming. And Intel is a massive part of that. They make GPUs, they make CPUs. They don't make their own games, but they make the hardware that we need to play the games. So we need them being healthy and fit and competitive. Just not. I don't want to see people lose their jobs when it comes to anything we are interested in. So, yeah. The last thing for me, ladies, gents, boys, and girls, is something I thought was pretty cool. Not my cup of tea, but there is a Lego Game Boy out. A Lego Game Boy, and I'm going to show you gents this at a moment because it looks pretty cool.
So it's a Game Boy made out of
an actual. Ooh.
Yeah, Lego. Not Legos, as the Americans say. Lego bricks.
Legoing.
There you go. You see it in the picture there for the audio people. You can just Google this one. Normally, when there's a collaboration between Nintendo and Lego, you put many, many dollar signs in front of it. They're always expensive. They're like the 3 digits is always expensive. However, this is $60 or £60 up for pre-order on Amazon. And what you get for that is a Game Boy, of course, with 2 games that you can put in it. Now, you see a picture of what looks like a game there. That's just a little bit of plastic you can put in the front to show that it's doing something because it's made of Lego. At the end of the day, boys, it's not real.
Oh, it's not real?
Spoiler, it's not real.
For God's sake, this week I go,
So what that means is the game actually doesn't turn on or do anything.
Boys, this will release on October the 1st. Like I say, I told you the price.
Don't get pissed off with that machine. It'll bloody blow.
421 pieces, 2 game cartridges. One of them is The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, which is arguably one of the biggest games, not just the Game Boy games, but one of the biggest games of all time, or most popular games. And one for Super Mario Land, also the same. It's got a little stand. See, there's a little thingamabobbers you put in there, you drop in, and your 2 cartridges. So it's a nice little display piece. I was tempted. But, the thing is with Nintendo and their collaborations, right? You come up with hundreds of thousands of Lego pieces. See, if I'm paying them nearly 200 quid, I want the bastards to bloody build it for me. I'm not going to sit and bloody put hundreds of pieces. You know how long I hate jigsaws, man. So you build it for me, you lazy buggers. But no, I was tempted to get that, man. I think that's a very reasonable price for a brand like that. And I might still, but probably won't. I'm too tight. But yeah, I thought that would be a cool thing to show you off. There's the Lego NES, the original Nintendo. They released that in 2020, and that was $230, £210. Oh. So you see the difference? That's the price you normally pay, Gray, for Nintendo. Because the thing is, you get 2 massive brands in Lego and Nintendo. And I'm sorry, at the end of the day, Lego is bloody plastic. I'm not paying that for plastic. Get a grip. Have you seen the Millennium Falcon, the big ass version that you take forever? Yeah. It's like $700-800 or pounds, man. Nope.
Yeah, I watch Lego Masters every season, man. It's great. See these people man. What? It's a really popular show over here. It's on its 5th season already. The stuff that they build is really wild.
I watched one where they did the water thing, and they were building sculptures, and they had to flood it to see which one stays.
They just did one where the whole, because they do different challenges, of course. And this last challenge was everything had to be motorized and mechanized, and on top of that they had a ball about like a ping pong ball or whatever, table tennis, and they said that we're going to roll the ball from the beginning, and it's got to go through 5 different creations from 5 different pairs, groups. But the ball can't stop. If it stops, then that's points off for your creation or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. So you see the ball go like this, and then one time this thing had to grab it, and you're like hoping, come on, you can do it, and the ball just doesn't do anything, and they just go, they got to give it a flick, whatever. And of course, those people, it could hurt a lot too.
This is why he likes the challenge.
Yeah. So these people then end up in the bottom of the pack of the 5 teams that were still around. But some of the machines were amazing. They had some stuff going on. It was really cool.
Ray, have you got any Lego stuff? Is your boy, your lad, or your grandkids get any Lego stuff that they love? No, not your thing, no.
No, not really. No, I mean, we all like the movies and things like that, but not,
Actually, the Lego movie, the Batman. Have you seen Lego Batman movie? That is hilarious. He just exaggerates, and he just says it over and over again. It's actually really funny. Side note. Tangent. Matt, have you got any Lego stuff as your little lads?
Little lads, yeah, tons of it. I mean, literally, there was a charity store near me, and on the off chance of...
Are you standing in your barefoot when you're walking along, hung off the floor, and
I'm still stepping in bits. Yeah. I found, on a drunken night, a charity store who had 3 bags for 20 quid. Big, massive black bags.
Matt. You don't drink. What are you talking about?
I drink gasoline and
Petrol, you muppet. Gasoline.
There's a gasoline thing that you use.
Yeah, it's gasoline. If you're from Ireland or the UK, it's bloody petroleum.
But you got petroleum, which is a different.
Yeah, that's right. You
can't base than gasoline. Yeah,
you can't drink a gas.
Exactly. Yeah, you can fart it out. That's about it. Yeah. Good things.
Have a lighter ready. And you're good.
Yeah.
What's his name? Hey boy from Jackass. What's his name? Party. He does things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the Lego Game Boy. You can pre-order it now for October 1st release date. Slightly shorter today than usual, but I mean that's everything on my end, Mr. Gray. Are we quizzing it?
No problem. Yeah, we're going to do the quiz. All 3 questions this time are going to be multiple choice. So you'll have
give me a chance. It's a bloody cheat.
That's right, exactly. And give you the chance to get it right.
Yeah.
Let's start out with question number 1. This is going to be something you're going to have to know now. But this is going back. The N-Gage is a mobile phone and handheld gaming system developed by Nokia. Or Nokia, whichever way you want to say.
I've got one right here.
Video games listed is officially available for the N-Gage. Do you know which one? Is it The Sims Stories?
Remember this?
Lego Batman, COD World at War, COD World at War, or Super Monkey Ball? COD. Which one of these 4 games is an actual game available for the N-Gage mobile phone gaming system?
Matt, are you guessing or?
No, I know it. Yeah, it's COD.
Okay.
I don't know.
I was wait a minute.
You have to give your answer.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
I was going to guess Super Monkey Ball, but I think I was right. I remember the N-Gage. I never had one, but I remember it. I think it's Nokia if you're finished. If you're not finished, it's Nokia.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, let's go Super Monkey Balls.
Monkey Balls.
Right. Guess what? Ding, ding, ding. Trev's right.
Yeah, there's
Super Monkey Balls.
You're joking.
Yeah.
You're just winding me up. I'm not right. I'm not right.
I'm serious. You're right. Super Monkey Ball.
There you go. See, I don't know it.
First question. Most times he misses the first question.
Get it up, you.
Yeah.
All right. Second question. Ken from
After that, I'm going to say Jamaica now. Yeah, go.
I'm not there yet. Will you wait a minute? Ken from Street Fighter 2 hails from where? Ken from Street Fighter 2 hails from where? Jamaica, USA, Russia, or Peru?
USA.
Yeah, USA.
So does Ryu.
Barbie's one. Yeah.
Ryu and Ken are both from the US.
Okay, then ding, ding, ding. You're both right. There you go.
What about Kyle?
And the who?
Or was he a different one?
I don't know.
Kyle?
Don't remember.
Kyle. He used to be that puncher, boxer person.
He was the Jamaican guy, yeah. I don't know. I'm making this stuff up. What is the agent number given to the main character in Hitman? 57, 47, 77, or 97?
47 and 3/4.
It's either 47 or 77, but I'm going to say 47.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, you're going with 47? Boom, you're both right.
Yeah.
Trev wins. Trev wins for this week, though, in total.
Yeah. I won't say that the answer's highlighted or anything, but
what's coming next week on the podcast, Gray?
These nuts.
Yeah, what he just said.
Monkey nuts.
We're gonna have these nuts, and we're also gonna talk about Ligma. And
yeah, I remember. What was it? No, Squid Swing. No, that was Scum.
That was Scum. Yeah. That was Danny Trejo.
The DLC. He literally goes, "These nuts, Ligma." I was like, yes, foul mouth, horrible.
Ligma, these nuts. Yeah.
It was so funny. Literally, all Gray would do is run up to people in game, every single person. But have you heard what you can say? Wait. And then he'd play it, and then Gray was pissing himself laughing. So we'd laugh at Gray laughing his balls off. Cracked me up, man. That was good. Sorry.
I mean, that's the only game I've ever known Trejo to ever even be in. Like do you know the guy owns like taco stores that are really successful? Yeah. And he was even on one of these restaurant programs one time to judge these people that were cooking whatever, and I was like, what?
Respect to the guy, man. He obviously had a criminal past, didn't he? And he's obviously overcame that and been successful.
As far as we know.
Yeah, it's
that's right. He has all this money now, and he goes around walking.
Hollywood.
Hey, Ligma.
Thank you, Scum. Thank you.
Thank you, Scum. Yes, exactly. I can say whatever I want now. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the show, but it's been a lot of fun, guys, as usual. So
yeah, true.
I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your